Hello and welcome. I am the Imperishable, and on today's episode, as you can probably tell by the title, I'm going to have a little chat and discussion and show into Warhol why I think Old World at the moment is getting to a bit, not dull, but stagnant, and currently how it is. I feel like going forward, the game's going to get into basically two states. And I want to have a discussion and talk about kind of not errors or mistakes of Old World at the moment, or the idea of the game itself, but talk about how to potentially make it a bit more less boring, bring in some different ideas of how we can make games a bit more engaging, because currently we are seeing a big issue. You are either, and this is looking at the competitive side, and even in the competitive side, I can understand wanting to play proper competitive. You play jank v jank, but someone has quoted quite bad, like, to play Old at the moment, you're basically just playing like 40k, or it's a brick off. So what I mean by brick off is currently, with how infantry bricks work, they're fantastic. They look amazing. Everyone's taking bricks. Okay, you see it in Vampire Council taking 3 or 4, and they're doing really well at the moment. Looking at Tomb Kings, you can spam skeletons, or Bretts and their Yeoman Guard, and they're really, really good. The issue with them, however, is in that new rule. So the idea of they get to fight in 2x ranks. Okay, sounds brilliant, but only if you don't charge. So the issue with that is what you're going to get, and what you're going to start seeing is brick v brick. I'm going to put my brick in front of you. If you charge my brick, I win. If I charge your brick, you win. And we saw this at Home Nations with Adam West, our Brett's player, who went, he called a captain's call. I went over and chatted to him. He goes, I don't know if I should charge his brick. And I was like, don't, you lose attacks. You need to help him charge you. Next turn, the Wood Elf player charged him. His Wood Elves got annihilated because he only got like 7 attacks compared to Adam's West, who were able to fight like 3 ranks or whatever and fight back. That is an issue. That is something that I feel like needs to be addressed. And to make it more fun or more engaging, you need to reward the charger. So I do think that needs to change. The flip side is that you're going to just start playing 40k. And what I mean by that is you see Gyro Spam, Outrider Spam, you Shakti Spam, anything that just shoots. It's the only way you're going to do it. You click off core scoring, and you go through all those types of things. Gyrocopters are great at the moment because they can just shoot down bricks and they don't get touched and they're never going to get hurt. They're never going to get caught. The only way to deal with them is also with your own shooting. So this is why I feel your Shakti Spam is really good in the meta at the moment, because they deal with those shooting threats. They can kill off gyros with ease. A unit of 7 kills a unit of 2 every turn, nearly enough kind of thing. You need 4 wounds with rerolls. There's a good chance they go down to maybe 1 wound left. You plink it off with Skeleton Horse Archer. They're not a threat to the Ushabti Spam. But the way to beat the Ushabti Spam is to get into you, but you don't want to charge the Ushabti because they get so many attacks. And your infantry, if you charge me, you get 7 attacks and I get 28. And I realised this when I played a Dwarf player who didn't have any combat characters in his bricks. And I was like, if he charges me, I win. So I push forward my Ushabti to be like, yep, you can charge me, I put you there. And he looks at me, he's like, I'm not going to charge then. And we chatted over, we're going to practicing. And I was like, yeah, if you charge me, I get to stand shoot. You get 7 attacks. You maybe kill 1. I made you hit on the same thing because of the -1. You maybe kill 1 at best. Very likely you don't. I then get 20, I think it was a 7-man, so I get 22 attacks back. I probably kill 3 or 4, potentially, just because of the volume of attacks. And it's all about rolling dice. And so he didn't charge me, and I just shot him. And I realised, actually, because I'm not a normal infantry, and my thing hasn't changed. Yes, you'll get more attacks, but I roll more attack dice than you, so I am going to charge you and fight before you, and maybe kill some of your fighting rank. And so this is the kind of development of the game. It's going to be bricks sitting still, or loads of fast shooters that are just playing 40k and jumping about. My final gripe, and we'll talk about it when we get into Warhol and how potentially we can do it and showing off the different armies in Warhol and showing off, is the actual missions themselves. So I was chatting to someone who wants to play Warriors Chaos, he really wants to play aggro and go at you, and we talked about it, and I talked about Pasha's list. He's one he played versus Tomb King and Shabty Bow, and I thought it was great. Had a bit of everything. It had a dragon, it had 2 dragons, it had a night bus, it had buffing characters, it's got a small unit for Forsaken, which I really quite like, some more Hall of Horsemen for Cav. And he goes, oh, there's not a lot of core scoring in that. And I went to him, if you're playing an aggro, you don't care about core scoring, and you just accept that you're not going to core score, because each of those strategic locations are only worth 30 points each a turn. Okay, in a game, that sounds like loads, okay? So if your opponent gets one, I think that's 360 points he can get per one. Sounds like loads. Okay, one is basically always in my deployment. Or if we're playing 2 or 4, one's in my deployment. You're not going to get one. You're going to get 360. I might be able to hide my little Horde of Horsemen. Cool, we cancel each other out. Core scoring doesn't matter there. If we go to location 4, there's now 2 more objectives. Great, that's where I'm able, as an aggro player, I can charge a night bus into your core scoring. Oh, guess what? My knights are core scoring, so I'll actually win that one. Oh, your other one, I chuck in my dragons. And yes, I understand you can play about it. So let's think Brett's, he's got 3 bricks. They've got some pegs running about. But pegs don't really want to go into a night bus or a dragon, so they might just kind of go around and clear off some core scoring. But the Chaos Guy wants to go at you. The only mission where I think there is value of these kind of missions are kind of the domination. I'm a big fan of domination, where you need stuff at the end of the game, so you need stuff survivable. It doesn't have to be core. So stuff like infantry that aren't core are always kind of good here, so you can get some souped up. So if you're thinking for the dwarves, Iron Breakers would be great for domination, because they are going to survive the game. It is very hard to break a unit of Iron Breakers, and they can hold and help with scoring. I think that's fantastic. What that also helps kind of diminish is fast scoring. You'll see a lot of that, but they go down easily, so it makes it up for it. But these small core scoring, if you are an aggro list, you just don't care. At 30 points a turn, yes, if your opponent can get on all 3, but if they're getting on all 3, your units are probably dead already, or you've played a bad matchup. And it just doesn't help the game. The missions aren't engaging enough. They're not swingy enough, is the idea. The whole point of having missions was, if I've lost, if I win the mission, I don't lose too badly. Yes, we're looking at I'm looking at WCC in the 20-0 system. They are kind of a bigger, to get a 20-0, you need to basically annihilate and win the mission. Cool. To get an 18-2, you only need 1,500 points to win by, I think, or something like that, which is just playing the normal game. Just table your opponent or just win by so much. 18-2 is fine. I just don't think these missions are enough. I understand like Bag of Strains are cool. I like the idea of them. I think Bag of Strains are a cool mission, because once again, it's not a core scorer, I don't think. Or at least it's not a core scorer to destroy it, which is quite nice. But these are some big gripes that I played a game, we played at Home Nations, and my list, which I think is a very good list, you Shabty spam, it's very elite, it does what it needs to do on the tin, people are very scared of it, big things can't deal with it, bricks go into it, don't really kill it, and it bounces off. I played 3 games. I played Vampire Counts. We just didn't do anything all game. I shot some things. It was really nice. We chatted a lot. We played quite quickly. We went for our turns. I just shot my new Shabty and he just rolled some defense dice. He kind of did some chart. He killed like some scared Norse archers. But he didn't want to bring out his big stuff because 20 bows Shabty shooting that. Cool. Game 2, I played Rob from Team Island and his Orcs and Goblins. And he played it great. It was a horrible matchup. It's very kind of competitive, this. He pushed forward with his stuff. He sat his bricks on the objectives. I just shot him. That's all I did. Yes, I had to do my target priority, and that, to me, I really like. I'm a big fan, and that's something I get enjoyment out of, is am I sniping the right things at the right time? So I shot his Doom Dive, I shot a Mango Squid, I shot his thing. So I cleared 3 things the first time. I was like, brilliant, I've done what I need to do. I need to shut him down. I'm enjoying that. But I realised in the game, Rob probably, over 6 turns, bar defense dice, like saves, I honestly want to say he rolled about 60 dice. For Fanatics, for actually getting into combat. He got into combat twice. No, that's like 3 times, because I charged him because I wanted to try and break his brick. Because I realised, shooting them isn't going to do anything. I looked at that, And Rob was really nice about it. He's playing really well. He's trying to do things correctly, and I loved it. I thought it was a really fun game. But realistically, what was an old world? That was a role simulator. And you might be thinking that's my list, but my list is to fight the meta. And I'm thinking, okay, Null, Gyro, Cafe. It's got a decent chance versus Cafe. I can use Shapti shoot balloons off, or shoot off the cannons first, etc. And then in game 3, I played Null. Perfect matchup for me. Brewis comes out, puts these things there, he shoots me, I res, I shoot him back. All the objectives did was just give me 800 points basically at the end of the game. I think we just played Domination, or did we play... We might have played Strategic Location 2 as well, but it just didn't matter. And I just pushed forward. And Brewis' face, yeah, fair enough. He went out drinking the night before and got absolutely ruined. Top lad, fell in the street. Do love Brewis. But he just rolled defense dice, and he just looks like he hated the game. And that's the issue. Obviously, in a proper competitive sense, you get a bit more enjoyment out of that. But then the issue is, if I want to go and try and play a fun game, take some bricks, take a little bit, maybe take just one Necrosphinx, maybe combat Shabti, I look at it, and me and my friend played today, and I did Seaguard Garrison. Well, we'll do the Welsh Open, I want to get some points for that. Kind of have some fun, go for that, we did mission 1 of the Welsh Open, and it was Strategic Locations 2 and Baggage Trains. Cool. And it was just upon the field, wow, opposite each other. I put my Lothran Seaguard brick in the middle. I put my fly stuff on the side. He played Skaven, because we thought, yes, rubbish versus rubbish, let's go. I didn't move my brick because I didn't need to, because I can shoot, so I'm able to take him down. So shooting bricks are really big. He slowly came up to me. I open ramparts because I want my 5-up wards. And then the whole point of ramparts now is, you don't get, you only get 1 attack. And you only get 1 rank because you charge me. And I'm never going to charge you with my Lothran Seaguard, because there's no point. Because I get 3 ranks. I get stand shoot. I'm initiative 6 when you charge me. And I can open ramparts, so you are disordered charge, so you don't get your initiative. So he charged in with Storm Vermin. He frenzied them up. In they go. I goes, at least I'm in base contact with CyRFS. If I can snipe here, that's 270 points with my Warlord Chieftain. I was like, you only get 1 attack. Why? Urban Ramparts. But my second rank, no, second rank is 5, could you charge? I get 30 attacks, you get 7. And we made a big thing of why we play these games. We just love rolling dice. And it's the fun stuff. And there should be bigger things. And that is a problem. And we try to play funner lists. Brick v brick. He brought clan rats with rattling guns. He brought like a plague priest thing. I tried to clear off these small things and we're going to have a big fight in the middle. But even if I didn't have Urban Ramparts, we worked out he would have had, because I fought before him, or let's say you didn't get the defending thing, I got my 5-up ward or whatever, and that, you know that. You would only have the front rank. He had paid points to get them frenzy, he's put 2 characters in there, he's put a lot in this unit. He only gets 1 rank of fighting, I get 30 attacks. He gets like 8, 9. Yeah, he'll kill a Cyrovas probably with the Warlord at that point. But he just doesn't do a lot of damage. And then it's like, I stand shit, I've got a couple wounds. I'm going to get more attacks back. And it's just a brick on brick. It's whoever charges loses. Which it shouldn't be. I realise I'm not on wall yet. I'm just doing a bit more of a rant. But I think that needs to change. And I think there are better and funner ways to do it. If you're wanting to have a more fun narrative side, I don't think you want to play the rules as is. If you want to go to the full sweat, like the Welsh Open Welsh, you're going to play that, and you're going to play someone who you're going to have a potentially 20, but you'll be able to get points out, and that's fine. The competitive side's fine. Me and Owen have both agreed we're fine with doing that. But when we want to have some fun and dumb stuff, chill games, we can't do it. Like, you can't play with certain armies. So Skaven was pointless. We didn't play Renegades, we played normal because that's not what the Welsh Open's using. But I think there are ways you can make it funner. And what we're going to try is, so Low Fantasy has been talked about, Medieval Wargaming did a big thing on it. And I quite like the idea of it, forcing to use more infantry. We talked about potentially opening up what we're going to try and do, make a little pack thing of its core scoring plus infantry. So if you're a high elves and you want to play Lothar and Seagull, if you want to play Sword Masters, brilliant, go for it. They can score. They can run onto an objective and fight. That's another way. And the biggest change that we're going to play, and we think it will help, and it will incentivize charging, because you get the initiative, you fight first, is infantry always fight in 2 ranks. The only time you don't get a fight in 2 ranks is if you're defending a low linear obstacle. But with low linear obstacle, we're going to change it to front rank get all their attacks, second rank can't fight. Because we want to see bricks charging. We don't want to see an Urban Ramparts be the most powerful spell in the game. That now only is a 9 to cast, and quite a lot of people got options at Elementalism, you've got Power Scrolls, people got loads pluses to cast to be like, okay, that unit, if you charge, no one's getting any attacks and it's probably going to win. We want to break that cycle. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We'll try and write things up once we've found it, and then we're going to try and find some other things. We're also going to have certain unit caps and new percentages to trial out. But yeah, what we want to do is to just break the brick off. Breaks, I'm just playing 40k. But yeah, bit longer rant. I want to jump into Warhol just to show it off what I mean, like straight on. I want to show off the idea of it's a brick off, what the armies look like, and what they can do, and just ways we could try and make it a bit more fun. Maybe not on the competitive side, but for more, if you want to just go out your mate, have a bit of fun, what we nostalgia go for. And the issue is we're not going to see these changes. We're not going to see these. Even in probably 6 months' time is our best times. We're going to get it. That's what, Christmas, November time. I think it's probably December time at that rate. Maybe even January, where some change is going to happen. We're going to get every 6 months. And like 40k, it's every 3 months. And they have emergency things. So I want to jump in. And I want to show off the armies. And what I mean by brick off. And the understanding of, like, if we look at the dice rolls, what's going to happen. So here we are in Warhol, and what I wanted to show you off, these are probably the armies you're going to see. And the time of recording, Toy Soldiers, the big kind of 40k kind of Shark Tanks going on. And currently, I think Vampire Counts are in the top 6. Keith has already played. He's currently game 3 at the time of recording. He's already playing Vampire Counts twice because they can do certain things. So the first army what you're going to see is like stuff like Gyrospan, where these things just don't conform to score like thing. On a mission that has strategic location 2, the Thunderers score and just sit there. The Gyrocopters go everywhere else, and that means the idea of missions is just pointless. They're not there to do what they wanted to do. The next thing is to look at a brick off. And I'll roll the dice and try and do that. So we've got an identical unit of Graveguard. Jay had this in Home Nations. And they both agreed whoever charges loses. Okay, let's say they both have hand weapon shield. I know it says grey weapon now, but hand weapon shield. So let's say this unit charges. They get in. Brilliant. They're going to fight before your Graveguard. We're going to say they've got the same weapon skill because they've got the same kind of bullshit that they can do. So our front rank, I got 10 dudes. I've got 11 because of a champ. Right, I do 11 attacks, hit on 4s. I hit you 4 times. I'm wounding you on 4s. Cool, I get 1 wound. You get a save. I've got no AP. I've got nothing special on my hand weapon. You've got a 3 up. Cool, you save it. Brilliant. Okay, now this next unit gets to fight back with 21 attacks. They fought with the exact same profile, but now this defending unit gets twice as many attacks. Okay, he hits 10 times. Wounds you on 4s. They've got 2 cleaving blows, so that will go onto their they get no regen, so that's 2 dead already. And then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 more saves, so 3 ups. Cool. And then I've got a 5 up. Cool. The unit that has charged has lost this combat. So in a world of where bricks and when we want to play with infantry because they are really cool, you don't charge. What will be different is if, let's say we restarted this. Oh, my wall has been a bit slow. Sorry. It's not responded. Is if we restart this and we go back to 29 versus 29, and let's say we charged, but I have my 2 ranks. Because the whole point is, if you charge, you should get an advantage. Okay, so I've charged, I'm back up to my 29, I'm charging, I get my 21 attacks now. Still with hand weapon shields, just to show it off. Okay, I've only got 7 hits this time. I've got 2 cleaving blows this time, so I killed 2 of you. You've got 4 more saves, so normal save, and then your regen save, you lose it. Okay, I've done 3 wounds, because I charged, I've done wounds to you. Now you can only hit back with 18 attacks, so already they're at a disadvantage. They are 3 dice down, because they've lost 3 people in combat. So they have already, it's incentivized my unit here to charge. Okay, I've gotten in, I've killed 3 before they can strike back. Bricks, we've got loads of dice, we should be rolling lows. Oh, I've got 10 hits this time, I need 4s to wound. Oh, I've gotten lucky and got 3 things here, and then I've got 1, 2, 3 more to go through, so I've got, and I've saved them both. Okay, then we go to the next round of combat and we're fighting at the same initiative, and it's just a boatload of dice going at each other. Then it's just a dice game. Okay, however, this unit wouldn't have had a chance if it didn't charge. It would have lost the combat by now, because right now it's an even combat. But let's say I didn't roll 3 6s, okay, and I get my save, I'm 1 up, okay? I outnumber you now. This infantry unit has got +1 kill, it's done 1 more kill than you, and it's got the outnumber already. So it's 1 by 2, and then it's actually like, okay, now this unit is the unit that's losing, and it's going backwards, okay? If we don't give that bonus of just 2 ranks fine all the time, it incentivizes you to charge if we have that. If it doesn't have that, you just have a brick off and you sit and wait. Whoever makes the first move just loses. It's why you see in Vampire Count matchups, it's just a 10-10 or a 3-3 if you're using the match playbook rules. It just gets to a point where, alright, if I charge you, I lose. If you charge me, you lose. We're just going to have scream off, whoever can scream the most. Yes, you can play better and try and position, get a Banshee into a place where it can scream and you don't have magical attack to scream back and try and pop off something. Obviously, if you get first turn, someone makes a mistake, you can combat that. But just on the infantry alone, it stops it. What also we'll see is armies just like this, where we've got a brick, another brick, and 2 more bricks of zombies, kind of thing. And then you just go a brick off. And the idea is if you charge any of these bricks, there is a good chance that you might win, but you only get so many attacks. Obviously, stuff like first charge is massive and it is vital now. But playing the game where you want to see the clash of infantry go into each other, it can't happen right now. If you've got the same unit or roughly the same brick, we are just going to see a lot of angry men shouting at each other, and not what we want to see in Old World. So we need to see changes. Okay, I understand why you Shabdi spam isn't fun, and I've seen that with my opponents. So every time now, bar playing at Worlds or in a top tournament, so potentially the backcountry in December, I'm not going to run it. I'm going to try and play fun. And as I say, we're looking at low fantasy because we want to just have enjoyment. We're not there just trying to win. Yes, we want to win, but we want to win with cool stuff. So, such as Seaguard Garrison. I want to win with some bricks, but the points are too high. Or I want to try and be like, I'm going to hold the line. But if you charge me with a unit, that Seaguard Garrison unit will crumble. But if you charge me a unit currently with 1 rank, they probably don't crumble and then slap you back and actually win the combat. And it's things like that. I want to see infantry charging. So a big thing from this, and it's not me trying to have a rant, but it's trying to get some more fun ways. Obviously, everyone who plays it gets enjoyment in different ways. I'd say I really do like the competitive side of trying to be that. I'd say a big thing for me is I like making sure I get my target priority, do my spells or everything. I like that, and that's just who I am. However, now I've played it so much, and I've played it for the last 1.5 years basically non-stop, watch my opponents play versus your Shabby Spam or play versus kind of certain armies. They just don't look like they have fun. And I want that. That's not the reason why I play games. Yes, when I go to WTC, it'll be a bit different. I want to try and win. I really want us to do well. But I want to speak to my opponent afterwards and have a laugh and chat about things. Not just, oh, I've tabled you, I win, see you later, on to the next one. I'm not like that. And I don't think anyone is like that. But a big thing I think needs to happen in those changes with the infantry, force the issues to go through that. Allow that, so we will see brick on brick. You will start seeing more pressure bricks. But I think the next biggest thing that needs to happen is the missions. The match play guys great to see. It shows that they care. They show they want to add things in. They're not just, oh, you're going to kill each other, but there's a different way to deploy to kill each other. I like that. They tried with strategic locations. Baggage trains are really cool. I like that. It's also get on the hobby side. So I've got mine. My idea is I've got like the old Nagash model. And it's going to be with basically another casket. But the whole point is it's Nagash is in control of this, and we can think back as a different Khemri time. Or it's like a super lich priest doing it. So that's for there. As I say, I'm a big fan of domination. You've got to try and survive. You've got to have little nuanced units, and maybe you don't play with certain things, or you bring in a unit solely for this matchup to he's going to hide in the corner, or you get ambushes and they have a use. Brilliant. But I just don't think they do enough. There's not enough points to make it matter, except potentially that domination. But the big thing why I like missions and the idea of missions is, if I get tabled, I should still be close because I've got missions. Alright, if I play strategic locations, any of them, if I get tabled, he's probably got at least the same amount of mission score as me, if not more, but it doesn't matter. Domination, I've been tabled or been hemmed back in mine and he's in there. I get 200, he gets 400s. Alright, so he's just got more points. Baggage train, I've held mine, he's held him, his, didn't matter. Obviously, baggage train is a bit different because if I get in a scouting unit and destroy his, brilliant, I get an extra 150 points. I like that. Baggage train's a tick. But there's no reward of trying to get something out rather than still go, I'm going to go for the most killy thing. I'm just going to force myself to have a few scoring options, such as scares and all such, to try and jump on and get 30 points. But then I'll play with my 22 bow, Shabdi, and just point and click and win. Yeah? No one wants that. So I think there needs to be a change in missions. And I think the people who've done it great, and it's probably coming from the 9th Age community, are the missions from the Welsh Open, the Black Country, where it was a tournament point swing. I like the idea of having these missions in there. It forces us, it gives me extra ways to get victory points. But I would like the idea of additional, there's another mission. One of my favourite missions for the Black Country was Assassinate. The idea of it, of I could bring a rubbish character that is good for that mission. So when I play the last one for Assassinate, I had Prince Potoff. He flies 9 skirmisher. Brilliant. There's no way you're getting this guy. I'm just going to ping him out 18 inches where I need to and get away. I thought that was brilliant. So I brought him because I wanted to play Prince, but I thought, I didn't even realize, but for that mission it was adequate. It was amazing. But I'm losing 130 points. But it should mean he doesn't kill my guy. Another one is getting into your opponent's deployment with scoring units. So I played Jack Ward. He had his gyro spam. He's coming there. He's shooting all my other stuff. He killed my 2 necrosphinxes with cannons. I've got my unkillable dragon running around trying to catch things I can. But I won the mission because I killed off his scoring, knocked him down below 10, and I won because I got an ambush in and in there. Points wise, we got about the same, but I won the game because I played the mission. I had my scoring units. Whereas if we played strategic locations, I might have got an extra 200 points. It might have been 11-9. He would have got some actually, and maybe not. My ambushing unit doesn't really matter as much. And so it stops like that. Another one I really liked is quarters. At the end of each player's turn, you count up how many quarters you get. Whoever has the most quarters wins. It forces you to play aggressive but keep a guy back, or if you're trying to hold in the middle, you ping up some fast stuff to try and just nab into the corner with scoring units. So they had to be unit strength 10, it couldn't be a single module, things like that. So it forces you to take those. What's really good in those are bricks. and it means that they can start sitting there, scoring things, they can then push out, and that kind of thing. I'm sorry from this rant. I do love the game, and I come from a very positive way. When the game came out, I loved it. I loved learning the rules like a little kid again, trying on that. And even every game we play, there's new things I learn, or other people learn, and we learn things together, and it's really great. But it is to a point that if I want to play competitive, I just bring 22 bow shabby and just shoot, and just pray my general doesn't get shot off or something like that. Okay? If I want to play with bricks, I just sit my brick in front of you. You just don't kill mine. If you don't charge, if you charge, I win. I've got shooting brick. I'm just gonna shoot you. It just doesn't help. So, like, if you look at Scott Reed's Tomb King list, phenomenal. I love it. It's got double Tomb King, but he's got a big brick of the cohort. He just shoots with it. If you charge him, he stands and shoots you. Gets things there. You charge him with an infantry brick, which is what we want to see. You do 3-4 wounds. He kills you on the slap back. He wins. You run away. That's how do you beat it? You've got to charge with loads of things, understandably, but we want to see infantry being infantry. And that isn't a thing on Scott. I think it's a great list. It's phenomenal. Especially, it has that bit of, like, it's got pressing stuff. It's got a bit of everything. I like it. It's a very good list and fun list. But there's a lot of things there, and it needs to be addressed, and I think it needs to be improved. And I think there are ways people are trying to get it there with comps, or there's the pool system, which I might have a look at. Or if we look at 8th, they've got like a plus or minus thing, and you get bonus tournament points, or you lose tournament points if you take certain things, and it forces you to go there. But I do think that would help. It'd be great to see Necropolis Knights on the board. It'd be great to see Skeleton Horsemen, because they give you +1 tournament point if you take a unit of 10. Oh, yes, please. They're a scorer as well. I'm coming at you. But I've got to play with so many points. But I do think there needs to be a fundamental change. And I think that needs to be technically with... There's a lot of movement things, but that infantry change is a single one-line change. That needs to change. The next thing that needs to change is the missions. Make them more impactful. So make it a tournament point swing. You can have the victory point ones in there to help you get some more victory points. I like that. But the tournament point swing missions, they are valuable, because it means if I'm losing, I'm not going to lose by massive, because I've lost my main brick, I've lost my general, but I killed my his assassination target, and I've kept my other guy alive. I win 3 tournament points. He didn't come at me. It's things like that. I think those need to change to make it more fun, more really enjoyable for the more chilled back. I just want to roll dice on my friend and go at you. But yeah, sorry for the rant. I'm hoping for things good to go forward. I'm looking forward to Worlds. I'm looking forward to Welsh Open, where I'm taking Sea Guard, or I might even change up now and go for a full corner and just be like, I just want to charge. I want to roll dice. I want to hit people, and things like that. Obviously, certain armies do it better, and certain armies can play into that cool, fun style, but the top armies just don't. And you can jank it, so if we want to see infantry, I just won't charge you. It's just, yeah. Thanks so much. I will be looking to do a cafe episode this week. The new book has been shown off, so I want to bring everything together, talk about the biggest threats and how to bring them down. And also, when Toy Soldiers is over, I will try and get in contact with the winner. Worst case, I'll probably get in contact with maybe even Pash or Scott or Keith or someone like that, who's a big name there, and talk through the tournament, see how it went. But it seems great. But thank you very much for watching, and ta-ra!